Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be taking you along with me on a little day in the life type video, but I'm actually going to be going up to Inverness. So that is my local city. It's about an hour away from me now. So if you're new to this channel, I live in Scottish Highlands and I live in more of a rural, remote area of the Highlands normally. But I'm going up to the city for a few reasons, to run some errands, but also to see my friend who's just had a new baby. So I'm excited to finally meet beautiful Sienna. So I thought I'd take you along, and in this case my idea is to kind of chat about how I approach spending time in cities. So I know a lot of you out there are on a similar mindset, prefer the quiet of more of a rural setting and can struggle with the busyness of cities. I also really appreciate that I put a lot of nature content on here and me out and in the Highlands. Obviously it's a beautiful place to live and I am surrounded by nature pretty much 24/7, and not everyone has that. Some people do live more urban areas or in cities and stuff like that. So I thought, as much as I don't live in a city anymore, I did used to live in Inverness, and there was things I would do to kind of cope in a busier situation, with myself being someone that likes a quieter situation, normally being an introvert and a sensitive person. And it also means I get to show you some of my favourite bits of Inverness. So Inverness itself is a really quite tiny city. It's not massive, as you would probably expect from this. It's the capital of the Highlands, and there's some really pretty areas. So I do want to show you some of my favourite nature areas of the city, and also some of my favourite bookshops and just places to visit. And I definitely want to pop into the library because they have a bigger one up there, so I can't go up to Inverness and not go to the library. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will get myself together and we will head up to Inverness. So I just went on a wee wander around Ness Islands, which is a nice green bit of Inverness. It's really pretty. It's quite cold today. The weather doesn't know what it's doing, so I wasn't out there for long. I just had a little stroll because I've not been there for a while. But I like to go all different types of year, because in the summer it's really nice as well, because I can sit and have a wee picnic and stuff, and it's nice. And I think that's the thing, if you do live in a city or spending time in the city a lot, I think it's finding a little bit of green space, a little bit of nature, to just feel a little bit more peaceful. So that always happens with me, if I'm in the city and then I come to somewhere like here, which is a little bit less busy, I'm focusing on the nature, I feel a lot more calm and relaxed. So that was really nice. But I think I'm just gonna nip into the city now, run a few errands, show you some of my favourite spots. So let's get going. So I've just come back from wandering around town. It's very breezy, can you tell? I'm a bit like wind blown here. And yeah, it was a nice day. I did get a few bits and bobs, so I'll show you those either later today or maybe tomorrow, because I'm just about to go and see a friend and meet her new baby, which is exciting. But I met 2 of you guys, which is really sweet. You know, you have that moment where someone says your name and you're like, oh, you know my name, I don't know yours, I'm really sorry. But then they were like, oh, what's your YouTube channel? I was like, oh, hello. Thank you for saying hello, because I think I've had situations before where like a couple of you maybe have seen me and not come over, but please do, because it's really lovely to meet you guys in person, and they were really sweet, and I think they have their own YouTube channel as well, which was nice to like meet fellow creators. I've completely forgotten your names, guys, so please do comment down below if that's you. And then I know you're based in Glasgow, I remember all that detail, I'm terrible with names, so please don't take it personally. But yeah, that was really sweet. So I'm gonna go to my friends and yeah, I'll unpack everything I got and show you guys later on. So it's actually a couple of days later now. It was a bit late when I came home after seeing my friend and her baby, so I thought I would just show you guys at a different point what I got. So I didn't get a huge amount. I wasn't going for a huge amount of stuff, but I did go to the library, as you saw. So I'll just show you quickly what kind of books I got there. I got this one, so The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Is it Wallflower? Yeah, which I've seen the movie of and I enjoyed, but I actually mostly got because I want to read more books that are written in a diary format. It was something that I saw in a Skillshare class, a writing Skillshare class that I watched. It's quite useful to read in different formats, and I quite enjoy the concept of writing in like a diary format, and I thought this would be a good shout too. So it's kind of like homework, but also something that I know I enjoy. Got this chunky book. So this is The Break by Marianne Keyes, who I have read at least one of her other books. I read her books Grown Ups and I think another one, and she's a really good author. I really enjoy her stuff. Her books are always pretty long. This must be like, it's like over 600 pages. So keep me going, but her books are also generally quite easy to read. So I'm excited about that one. And then I just got one more. I didn't go mad, mostly because I have books on my bookshelf that I've been wanting to read, that I've either like picked up in charity shops or people have gifted me or lent me, and I just keep putting off because I've got library books to read, and so I thought I'm not going to like overdo it. Usually I come out the library with at least 6 books, and I only got 3 this time, so did quite well. This one looks gorgeous. Look at the cover, one thing. It's gingerbread, and I think this one is kind of a take on a fairy tale. That's what the gingerbread kind of comes in, and it's quite a long blurb, so I won't read it all out, but it follows like a mother and a daughter, which I like that kind of relationships in books. And it's basically, it's influenced by the mysterious place gingerbread holds in classic children's stories, equal parts wholesome and uncanny. Just looks great, basically. So I'll let you know about that one. That might be the next book I read, because I am excited about reading that, and it feels a little bit like a wintry read, a bit spooky maybe. I also got, this wasn't from the library. I got this in a charity shop. So if you read my Substack at the end of last year, so I've got a newsletter on my Substack that I send around weekly, and I summarise the 10 best books I read last year. This was on it. This was actually a bonus one. This was number 11 because I just finished reading it as I was writing that post, and it might have even been my absolute favourite book I read last year. I don't know, that feels like quite a big thing to say, but I absolutely loved it. I loved it. It's The Binding. Again, I've read a few of her novels, Bridget Collins, quite a few actually now. And yeah, I won't go into it because I've mentioned it in that, so I'll link that down below, my newsletter about it. But I'm actually buying it because I borrowed it from the library, and I can't decide. I might keep it for myself because I might want to reread it one day, or I could gift it. I thought it'd be a really nice gift for a friend, because I think all my friends would love this book. So I got that for $1.50, which is always great. And then another thing I got, I'm actually wearing. So I just got this just plain like light grey sweater from Marks and Spencer's. So I had a sweater that I've had for, I'm going to say like 10 years, a really long time, but it's finally got a bit like got holes in it and tears and stains, and it's just like not really wearable anymore. So I actually now use it as my painting. When we do painting in the house, I use it as my painting sweater. And I wanted another just sort of plain sweater, mostly because I've actually joined the gym, bizarrely, mostly to do classes. I'm not much of a gym goer. I do most of my workouts at home, but I thought it'd be nice to mix it up a little bit. And our gym is quite reasonably priced, and it's just a tiny little gym that we've got here up the road. So I thought I would join that, and I wanted just a little bit more like exercise wear. For that, this is nice, it's comfy, and I tend to get my basics from Marks and Spencer's because I can't afford, unfortunately, to get everything from super sustainable brands. Marks and Spencer's is great if you live in the UK, you'll know it, in the sense that it is more affordable, much more affordable, but it is better than a lot of like fast fashion brands. It's ethically a lot better and a lot more sustainable. It's still not as sustainable or anything as like shopping like from a sustainable brand or second hand, but sometimes, you know, that I just need to compromise a little bit because my budget doesn't stretch far enough, unfortunately. So I get like my t-shirts from there, I get my leggings from there, and then like this like just basics, so like the sweater and like the odd pair of socks and stuff. So this is nice, it's comfortable. And then the last thing I got, I just needed to get some more moisturiser. So I get this one from Body Shop. It's just their aloe vera soothing day cream. I like it because it's not too heavy, and I also get all of my skincare type stuff essentially from Body Shop, mostly because all their stuff is cruelty free, and they're really good at labelling and helping you know what things are vegan as well. So that really, it just makes it easy. I'm not massively into skincare. I'd like to learn more about it because I'm much more into skincare than I am into makeup, for instance. As you can probably tell, I don't wear makeup very much on this channel, but this is just a nice, and it lasts me quite a long time as well, so just had to get that. I was actually looking for maybe a new lipstick because although I don't really wear makeup, I do have like an event coming up next month that I might want to wear lipstick on, and mine was getting a little bit old, but there wasn't really any I liked. Quite like picky about what makeup I wear. But yeah, not a massive haul, just a few bits and bobs. And I think I'll just end the vlog here. So thank you as always for watching. Really hope you enjoyed my little trip out in Inverness, and I will see you guys next week.